Oh, great. That was genius. Genius of me. Anyhow. If I don't respond, it's because I haven't seen any of your messages. Not right now. Give me a second. Let's do this one. This one, this one, this one. Nah, I don't know about the other ones. It doesn't seem worth it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Right. Well, I think I hit all my marks. Somewhat at least. And let's duplicate this one. Yeah, I wasn't able to set up the stream beforehand, so this is the reason that you can see me moving around back and forth, is doing stuff here. I should be, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. So this is what I was doing yesterday. Kind of chose to go with my own flow. I missed a bit here. Yeah. Kind of like it. There are certain things I would like to change, but that's kind of the limitation that you have while working traditionally, especially without doing a previous sketch. You just have to adjust on the fly to what you're doing. So overall, all things considered, I cannot complain. I like the drawing. I like the way it turned out. Hopefully some of you might like it. I definitely have seen a decrease in some of the interactions of my content. I don't know, every now and then there's some changes on the algorithms, and so I'm thinking it's a mixture of that and like some of the stuff. I know that some of the drawings I've done I don't particularly like, but it's I think there are multiple things when you're posting. So there's the time where when you post, there's the type of post that you do, and kind of if people engage with it during like during the entire video or not. Uh, do they like it? Do they watch till the end? So all of those things add up to how the video is received. And so anyhow, it is what it is. Um, so as I said, I have only 2 more pages to go on this. It's getting kind of difficult to to work with because of all the. It's really heavy here, and it creates kind of this fold here that is uncomfortable to use. Hola, hi Flemmy, hi Deborah, hi Tiago, hi Rainy. Okay, I don't know why this is not accepting the accepting this. I don't know why it isn't. Huh. Is it set to mute or something? That happened to me before. And I think it was set to mute. That's kind of weird. Huh. Anyway. Let's see. So I went through all the comments I got for the last time I asked what to draw, and after I went through all of those, that a bunch of people wrote to me on Reddit what they would like to for me to draw. I also got something. I don't know if I can. I just stay here on this one, and I'm going to open a different thing and just check to see if I can. Hopefully it doesn't do anything weird. Ah, that's nice. That's quite nice. So let's see, community. Somebody a few days ago wrote Goku, I think. Let's see. Did they remove it? Maybe they removed it. Hmm. Oh. I just leave this here while I scroll through your messages. Okay, so on YouTube, Dino Bro XD wrote, "Please, could you draw Goku? I don't speak English." That's fine. Uh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to try to see what I can do. We'll see. What the hell? There's my whole house is filled with dog hair everywhere. This dog hair doesn't matter where you are. There's dog hair all around to go around. Alright. Turn on a light here. Bum 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 bum. Flashlight. I'm going to at least test the idea. If I don't like what I got, I'm going to do something else. I'll probably do like a freestyle thing or something. Let's see. I haven't done this in some time. I appreciate Dragon Ball, so let's see. Goku. I think like just give me a second. I'm going to try something different this time around. Yeah. Okay, Goku. So, let's see, Goku. Images. Some really cool images. Should I do Super Saiyan? Probably do Super Saiyan. After a while, it starts to get a little bit ridiculous. Like the evolutions they have. He's just a Super Saiyan 1. I think this is the original Super Saiyan. This has been so many iterations. It's really sad that the creator passed away. It is really sad. Let's see if I can adjust the camera just a bit. Oh, it's not moving. Why are you not moving? Oh, it was stuck. Okay. Alright. Why is the brightness like this? Who the heck knows? I don't know. But this is a never-ending story. Nothing. If I turn this on, gamma, no, wrong one, gamma. That's better. I'll leave it at that. Anyhow, so whenever you're gonna draw as like an action character or hero, that sort of thing, the way I learn how to do it is using a method that I saw on a book by Marvel. So that's the way I draw that kind of thing. Yeah, which is basically you have a stick figure to begin with. Like this would represent, this is the spine, this would be this bone right here, and you can do all sorts of poses with the character depending on what you want. Trying to think of the proper way to go about this. I mentioned this in the past, but you start with a stick figure. The hands could be triangles or rectangles or squares, however you want to make them. And the feet would be like kind of on the same line. Just want to represent them quickly. I'm using this to make the example, which I don't know if you can see it that much with the amount of oh my god, this is so frustrating for me. Every time I try to showcase the way I draw something, this freaking camera, which by the way I bought specifically for this, doesn't like just leaves me out in the cold. That's basically what the freaking thing does almost all the time. Starts to like readjust and stuff. to use. I was using this because my hand was all messed up a few weeks ago. Still getting better, but it's way better now than what it was. So, as I said, you have this the stick figure. Actually, the arm probably should be a little bit longer. This is just one of many ways that you can draw. Maybe this is not the most fluid, and I often change certain things, like the way I draw certain things, depending on what I want to do. But this is the way I learned how to do it. So the shoulders. In his case, his musculature is super exaggerated. This would be a closed pose. Kind of a half open, half closed pose, I think. I would say. I know that there's some that do like this sort of thing for for the leg. Not the not the best. Hmm. Actually, a hip should be like. He has his belt, or yeah, I think it's a belt. I don't know if I'm going to do this one on the sketch, but for the sake of that person requested, well, I'm drawing Goku. I wanted to test it out to see if I can kind of adapt it. I've had kind of a hard time trying to adapt certain characters to my own style and way of doing this sort of thing. And I know I do, but I've mentioned this. I spend a lot of my life, of my career, working in emotion graphics and animation, that sort of thing, advertising. So I kind of had to work on my illustration as kind of as a side thing more often than not, because what usually came through for projects was animation, and that in turn has become something that bothers me because I I wasn't able to spend time developing my portfolio the way I wanted to. I've worked on it quite a bit actually now. Still there's a bunch of stuff like for concept art I did I worked on it quite a bit so I could have some pieces that might be up to par. But when it comes to illustration, to me it feels disconnected uh, throughout pieces. So I feel the need to kind of turn it into something more cohesive, if it makes any sense to you all, whoever's watching. And maybe not a lot of you are watching, but for those of you that want to see a random dude draw on the internet, uh, well, and check. By the way, can you all hear me? Yeah. Okay. Uh. Huh. So those of you on TikTok haven't been listening to me. Oh my goodness. This app is frustrating to say the least. Huh. Uh. Uh-huh. 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 Audio settings. Well, hopefully you can hear me. I don't know what the F is up with that app because every now and then it just decides to remove your whatever settings you have and it starts updating. It doesn't tell you anything. It just whenever you wanna try to get in again, it just decides to change up on you. It's too dark for pencil for this, but Dude, like the amount of stuff that happens to me doing during this streams, I wish I was joking about this. Some of the stuff I go through for this, but I'm not. It's not a joke. It's as real as it gets. I don't think I'm getting the boot right. Has to be like. Sort of is nice. What's the point of doing one of this if you're not gonna do sound effects? Yeah, half decent. Hmm. That's better. I wonder. Now you can hear me. Of course. Oh my goodness. This I am my worst enemy. And yes, I think that's true for all of us. Yeah, Goku. What the heck? Um, I'll have posts I want to do. It's kind of the greatest challenge often, like finding the right pose for a character. Very nice. I like that one. I have to change it so it has kind of a frontal. Is nice to mess with me again. Is that better? Is that worse? I'd say that's worse. So annoying. It is really annoying. And with all the distortion, it gets. Uh, so like a jump. Why am I drawing someone else's work? I'm trying to draw Goku because somebody requested it on the comments. Uh, it's always fun to draw Goku, really. But to your point, I most likely will do my own thing. Yeah, I'm actually trying to adapt it to 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 what I do. I don't know. Depending on how I'm able to do it, I'm I might pass it to the sketch or just leave it as is. I need I need a different tool. I need a more precise tool. Where is my other? Well, I guess I could use. I know there's one. There's the. Is this one? No, this is brown. Brown and brown. Tuscan red and brown. That's not Tuscan red. That's brown and brown. The heck are you talking about? Get out of here, nonsense. This green, horrible green, by the way. Yeah, there was one that is black. I had one that was black. Cannot see it right now. Fudge. I guess I'll use this one. Unless I can find the other. I need to fix this freaking mess. Just often don't have the time. I have like a few hours to do this. It's frustrating, but that's what that is. No. Change of. I guess I'll use this one. Darn it! Hello. Wonder if I want to. Asking myself if I should do like I wanted to have him do like a Kamehameha or throw some power or something. cutre version of Goku. This is my interpretation. This is a terrible hand. This is not the best pencil. What a terrible hand. And the more I try, the worse it gets. I want like an electric eraser. There used to be one at my house growing up that I would take to do my stuff. What the heck is this hand? At least it has the movement that I would like. Nah, I might just leave it at this in regards to Goku. I don't, unless I do something really good, I don't want to make a mess of my sketchbook any more than I already done, which I know that I have a few sketches that I'm not that happy with. Yeah, so this is I guess a little bit of a demo as to how you can go about drawing a version of Goku. Of course, it needs a lot of detail, but this one is fairly detailed. I don't like this pose. I like this pose. I was trying to go for whatever this pose is. What is going on with his face? What is that? What the I didn't see that. This face is it's off. This eyebrow is off. For sure. And this hand is too. Yeah. Let's just maybe leave it at that. This is kind of nice. That figurine. It's kind of cool. Bam. Very stylistic. Anyhow, so it really bothers me that you all, like all the people on TikTok, weren't able to listen to me when I said hi to them. you should be able to hear me now, and hopefully in the future I'll make sure that the sound is working for that stream. I don't know why it resets, but it just does every now and then when they update stuff. Anyhow, if you haven't, consider subscribing, hitting that like, hitting that bell, and all that good stuff. It's completely free for you, and it helps me a bunch. Today's Thursday, I think, so I'll be back next week. I go live, or at least I try to go live Monday through Thursday from 9:30 p.m. to 10 something p.m. 10:37 right now, Argentina time. So yeah, consider subscribing. I have my illustrated deck of cards that you can find on my website. If you want to check it out, I also have a Redbubble shop. For those of you in Argentina, I actually have I don't think I mentioned this before, but I have a Flash Cookie account. So I have some designs there. I haven't really promoted that too much, but I got some sales at some point. Um, uh, but yeah, I had a bit of a bad experience with them. They changed uh, owners, so during that transition, everybody I guess were left like on the on the air, and so I had some sales that were like in limbo basically. So when these people bought the company, then I was able to get paid, which it was way less because it years went by. Anyhow, I do have that, so if you're interested, you can check that out there. I also have backgrounds for your phone if you're interested on my website. If you want to see more of my work, you can check it out there. Yeah, no more Dragon Ball. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next page. I think I'm gonna close off with my own my own stuff. Anyhow, thank you all for watching. I'm going to see if I can find my music somewhere. Nah, it's okay. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.